it is time now for the Eric Kendricks Show here on your home of the Cowboys. And a good afternoon, sir. How the heck are you?
What's up?
Hey, you tell us, how was practice? You having a good day?
Yeah, practice was really good. Just finished walkthroughs actually just like 3 minutes ago. Headed over here. Really crispy, really clean.
So how different is it getting ready for a Lamar Jackson offense?
I think everybody kind of you know what to expect, but you don't know what to expect. It's like obviously they have a ton of weapons on offense, but he's the ultimate weapon with his legs and his arm.
The running quarterback, is that like the most difficult layer of an offense, trying to stop that? Teams with the running quarterback, just that dimension feels like it's such a game changer for offenses.
Yeah, definitely. You could do everything right, and they can kind of slip through the cracks and move the chains. So it's just about not getting discouraged. Getting back to the rhythm and trying to get them off balance and uncomfortable.
Would you rather play like an MVP level pocket quarterback or a dual threat?
It depends. Sometimes they're the same person. Sometimes it's like but at the same time, I think it just depends on the kind of game you're trying to play. I just know that this point in my career, and even when I starting in my career, I always want to play against the best. So, this is definitely one of those quarterbacks.
How about Derrick Henry, man? 6'2", the size and speed combination for him. I imagine, like, if you look at the running backs across the league, he's probably the one you're thinking, damn, I'd rather not have to face you on a Sunday.
I've faced him a couple of times. Honestly, it's one of those things where it's like, I accept the challenge. I want the challenge. But at the same time, I don't think he's 6'2". I feel like he's bigger than that because I've definitely stood next to him during a couple of interviews, and I'm like looking up at this dude like, man, this dude's like 6'4", 6'2".
Hey, Eric, you were one of the guys last week that stood up after the Saints game, and we always talk about, you burn the film and move on, and you're one of the guys that said, nah, you learned from this. When you sat down and watched the film, what did you learn from the Saints game? You
learn how they try to attack our leverage and things like that, and things that we do wrong. Obviously, things that we can do right, but it comes down to the little things. Little things become big things, and if you don't get them corrected early in the game, you can get pounded on them.
What were some of the things that you noticed that they did really well that caused you problems?
They did a really good job of obviously motion, changing up the looks. Starting with one formation and ending with another formation, but the formation was they kind of hit it through how they started it. But at the end of the day, it was up to us. We should have recognized that how they were trying to attack us and realize what they were kind of building. So going forward, it was definitely a good learning lesson.
It's the Eric Kendricks Show, brought to you by Keurig and Dr. Pepper. At this point in your career, do you like being the veteran guy who can have some of the answers for the younger guys on weeks like this?
Yeah, but sometimes I don't have the answers. Sometimes those guys got to give me the answers. Sometimes I got to get inspiration from those young guys. I like to think that I have all the answers. I like to think I know all the trades, all the tricks, every single look, and I do have a lot of advice and I do have a lot of knowledge to share. But at the same time, I get inspired by, just seeing these young guys play and their passion for the game. It gets me excited to keep playing.
Are you more comfortable meeting Derrick Henry in the hole or being open field opportunity with Lamar?
Honestly, probably in the hole. I feel like space is always the hardest thing in football, and obviously corners have the most space on them at all times. So ultimate respect to corners for sure.
Man, did you see the Chargers got a 300-pound fullback?
Oh yeah, that's my boy Scott. Yeah, Scott Madlock. I was with him last year on the Chargers. Really good dude. Really just an ultimate team guy. So it doesn't surprise me, him moving both sides of the ball.
That's crazy. He's playing a bunch of different positions, but the idea of a 300-pound fullback seems pretty insane. If you had, when you think over the course of your career, who is in terms of toughest back to bring down? We think of beast mode. We think of Derrick Henry. Is there somebody that would surprise us?
I think someone who surprises you is. I always say Chris Carson, but at the same time, I think that I got to give the flowers to Aaron Jones. I feel like Aaron Jones is kind of like undersized. I don't want to say undersized because he got some weight to him, but at the same time, I feel like he's kind of deceptive with his strength, and he runs between the tackles. I feel like he obviously, we know he can get to the edge. We know he's good in the pass game. We know this and that. But those dirty yards, he's not scared to get them. And I've had some battles with him for sure.
How many battles did you have with Prime Zeke?
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh, me and Zeke always played against each other. Whether he was blocking in pass protection or I'm tackling him in a run. So many for sure.
It's Patriots Jets tonight, Thursday Night Football. Do you like watching the game when you're away from it?
Yes and no. If it's a team that I have a bunch of friends on and stuff like that, definitely got to check in on them. But most of the time, I just like to do my own studies and get ready for my own games and, put my time in that kind of film and then kind of separate from it. I know that you can learn a lot from watching the TV copies of stuff too.
Yeah, you just tell us, Eric, you're watching Top Chef, working on those knife skills. You're trying to figure out how to get on Chopped and cook with that the octopus that they're going to put in that bag for you, right?
Yeah, you can't wait too long to make the ice cream. You know what I mean?
Oh, there you go. You know it.
Yes.
Hey, when you go to the ice cream maker, you're probably going to lose. That is a losing maneuver right there.
You can't figure out how to use it.
Yeah,
that's happened a few times.
Or they forget to turn it on.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big one.
Oh, we forgot to turn it on. Oh my
meat's undercooked. Dang.
That's a killer.
Did you guys make anything delicious this week?
Oh yeah. Last night I didn't make anything, so I can't claim anything.
You're just being nice, man.
I'm just being nice. Last night we had a little coconut rice, some broccoli, and some skirt steak. So it was incredible.
Right.
I had a little leftover today. I put it in a to-go box. Just had it for lunch.
So are you typically a pretty healthy eater, or is there, I'm here for a cheat day. What would a cheat day look like?
A cheat day for me, I think just pizza's just an all-timer. I mean, pizza's just hard to miss. A burrito or something.
Wow.
Okay, well, what are you putting on the pizza?
Pizza, pepperoni and black olives. And you got to have ranch, period. You got to have ranch.
Yep. There you go.
Pepperoni, black. Oh, how do you feel about pineapple on pizza?
See, that's where you lost me.
Really?
I can't do the warm fruit. On my pizza. I don't like that.
Yeah, what's up with you California folks doing that kind of stuff out there? Yeah, when they do that, you just kind of you're not from here, right?
Nope,
not at all.
What Californians do really well though is that tri-tip.
Oh yeah, that's a big Fresno thing for sure. We got this place called Doghouse Grill.
Wow,
get the tri-tip going. Bland knows about it. He went to school out there, so
yeah, he's a dog.
You get the big tri-tip sandwich with the barbecue sauce and the ranch dressing on the side. Big basket of fries. Shout out to Fresno.
Are you typically
Valley?
You bring your lunch to work every day, or was that just a special leftover night?
No, I do it for the most part. I try to keep my my diet pretty clean during the season. Stick to the foods that I know are going to keep me healthy. Less inflammatory response. I obviously enjoy myself every once in a while, and I'm not psychotic with it, but definitely has changed as I've been in the league.
See, okay, now I promise this is my last food question for you for the day. But
he lies.
Were you a guy that would trade your lunch when you were at school? Would you bring something really good to lunch and you'd always trade, or would you always try and upgrade your lunch when you were in school?
See, I was a free lunch guy, so I had the school free lunch, and then I always try to mooch off of my friends who had the extravagant packed lunches, and try to just scavenge off of maybe a little Skittles here or there, some dots, some Lunchables, but I feel like the Lunchable, when you got the Lunchable at school, it was like no one can mess with you. You you got the big box Lunchable. Your day's gonna be good. Everything's all right.
Eric, how long into your career before it clicked for you in terms of the professional, like the way you eat and taking care of your body and all that kind of stuff? How many years in before you're like, oh, I gotta change some things here?
So I feel like I always took really good care of it early on. I feel like I developed good habits in college, thankfully. I feel like we had a really good program at UCLA that taught us the body maintenance aspect of it. So when I got to the league, I took that portion of it seriously. I feel like I was always someone who was underweight and always having to fight to keep my weight. So it was like, at first it was like anything I can eat, anything that, my stomach can handle, I was eating to keep my weight up. And then as I got to like year 6, I had to start like eating cleaner, as far as like I realized that, you can't just eat anything. And yeah, you need to eat a lot, but it's about the fuel you put in. And, I've been doing a lot better since.
Did you find something that like your stomach definitely did not handle well? Because our guy Brian Broaddus cannot do orange juice or soy sauce.
Yeah, I'm bad on the orange
Learned that
juice.
the hard way.
Yeah.
You run into the toilet.
Golf course, Riviera Country Club, out there in about the 7th hole.
Couldn't
Eric.
make it to the
sense.
toilet.
Yeah, couldn't make it, and had the golf towel luckily there for that time. So,
That makes sense. I feel like for me, nothing really gets me crazy like that, but I do. One of the common foods that I do not eat, like I don't never eat it, is peanut butter.
Oh.
Can't do it.
Hey.
It's my least favorite of all time.
Wow. Okay. See, I've heard it could be a gut irritant for some folks.
It's just a very strong flavor. Like, you put peanut butter in anything, it's overtaking whatever dish it's in.
That's fair. That's 100% fair. You put it in
Reese's, of course.
you put it in a smoothie, or you put like a banana in a smoothie. It becomes
Yeah.
a banana smoothie now. So I totally get that. I am curious. How many years into the league before you realize, yeah, you know what? I might need some of that Toradol stuff.
That was day one, baby.
I mean, that's just, it's up to the person. It's up to the individual person and how you feeling. But I feel like that's what it comes down to, taking care of your body and things like that. I feel like, especially with anti-inflammatories, I feel like I had a really bad injury in college, and I found myself taking anti-inflammatories more on a daily basis to just get by in college. But here I am, 10 years in, and knock on wood,
yeah.
I'm not taking any for practice or anything like that. So that's a great step. And you sometimes you have to use them, and players use them all the time. But at the same time, like, to limit that is probably the best.
Yeah, sorry, Eric's so nosy about stuff like that.
Hey, I'm sorry. I just
No,
was
it's all
curious.
good. I mean, that's what you got to take care of your body, man. Period. It's it's obviously a brutal game. People are hitting each other and falling on the ground, so you got to take care of yourself.
But that's awesome at this stage in your career. I don't know if there's that many players that have been in that long that can say that, Eric.
Mm-hmm. Take pride in it.
So congrats on that, and here's to you guys putting a hurting on the Ravens on Sunday. Thank you so much for joining us, sir, and have a great weekend.
Let's go.